Hi, I'm
SW Supreme.
Hi, I'm Sean from Team Rider. It's actually just in general kind of a funny story here. Back when I was still in high school a little bit, it was me, my friend Peter, an old friend of ours named Rob, and I wish I could remember her name. There was another old friend of ours that used to work with us at Dairy Queen. They all wanted to go get vapes because they were all old enough, and I was only 17. I couldn't even go into the store. And in that same plaza where the vape store was, I just saw a place called Mothership Books and Games, and I was like, let's see what's up with this. And the most weird, nervous, I'm holding my arm the whole time. I go into there, and I've never been to the place before, so I'm just looking around. I'm seeing all these people playing different card games. I'm seeing the computers in the back, and I look to the register, and I see this poster in Card Fight Vanguard. I'm like, that art is interesting. Turns out it was Chronojet. So I go up and I start asking about it, and the guy tells me, yeah, it's a bit more recent of a card game. It's been around for a little while, but it's still a little more on the recent side. It's basically if you took some elements of Magic the Gathering and some elements of Yu-Gi-Oh! Kind of brought it together, it's been growing in popularity. And I just keep asking him. There's some community members there, and I get to ask them, and that's how I kind of enter the fold. Okay. So favorite clan is actually Gear Chronicles, specifically with Chronojet. That was my actual first deck, and that's kind of been running strong with me ever since. In terms of nation, I'm a big Stoicheia person. I've really grown to love Stoicheia. V is going to be the harder one, but we'll loop back around to that. In terms of the original format, I would actually have to say Chronojet. Like, there's a couple other ones that come really close, honestly, for just the kind of way it makes you feel when you're playing against somebody. The leave just is close up there, but it's still going to be Chronojet. I just had a lot of fun with that one. In V, while I don't have as much experience, I have been really, I've mostly been playing with Majesty Lord Blaster, and I kind of like that, but I've found out about Steam Maiden, so I'm starting to really lean into there. That's looking like it's going to be a lot of fun. And in terms of the current, it's got to be my, it's looking like it might get beat out, but it's currently Magnolia in the Stoicheia deck.
What do you think will get beat out?
I've been hearing about some Keter decks that it seems like it might get beat out with. Oh, that's actually kind of a tough one. You know what? No, I think I know what it is. I haven't gotten to go to a lot of the tournaments, unfortunately, but the one I did go to was also my first. That was, I want to say it was Springfest back in 2015, maybe 2016. And a bunch of my friends had just gotten into Vanguard, so we're all going together. It was a little rocky, but it was just so much fun to be there with my friends. I did not do very good in that tournament, but I had a great time just being with everyone. We all kind of went there as a unit. It was really cool. My first deck was the Chronojet trial deck. The art really appealed to me, so I went straight into there. And with that original series build, it honestly, when it came out, it had to have been groovy. It had to be Gear Groovy, which was the grade 4 unit. Once that came out, and once I was able to kind of mess around with how I got to that point for Strides, it was one of the big killer units to constantly keep me in the run. It would always just be able to add a lot of extra effects and a lot of extra with it, so I could keep myself going. When I had a good groovy run, I did surprisingly well. So this is where we're gonna have problems. I am one of the people who has not watched the Vanguard anime, so I already know immediately I'm gonna get some flack for that. But I never did watch the Vanguard and never sat down and really watched it. There was one character that in some of the back and forth random episodes and clips I caught, they looked like they were the store manager in the original series, and they seemed like they were pretty cool. Well, I do want to go with all my friends and have a great time. I'll be completely honest, I am not the best player. So I personally, besides having a good time with my friends, I really want to do my best to try to get some more wins under my belt. I know I'm not going to place. I already understand I'm not going to get very high in placement, but at least trying to do better and getting more wins across battles is one of the big things for me. Just that performance improvement. So I don't have a lot. I will be honest. I'll be completely real with that. One of the few things I've had is that, especially more recently in the local tournaments, I've actually seen myself doing better. I'm having much closer matches, if not coming out with more wins, which, since I'm not the strongest player, it means a lot to me. And seeing just how much I've been coming along. It's actually a little split between, there's actually a couple things I would really like to see more of. This one's a little harder to control, but seeing more deck differences. I keep seeing a handful of the same meta decks, which I get it, I completely understand. And you can't really control people to play different decks. Besides that, it's honestly, I would like to see some more newcomers and maybe even new teams, you know, spice up the community, helping try to get some more people in. While I haven't used it in a while, I do want to plug it because I do plan on going back hopefully in the near future. That is my Twitch, twitch.tv/GreenGrid. Been a little bit since I've been on, but I am starting to make a comeback. Well, like I said, I do hope to see more people coming through into the future. And I swear on my life, if I see one more person or I hear one more person put the hashtag thanks Peter, thanks Shawn, I swear I'm going to shoot another person in the neck with a Nerf gun.
Oh, get over yourself! SW Supreme? SW Supreme?
I'll throw it in. SW Supreme!
Sup, YouTube? My name is SW Supreme.